If you have been struggling with self-sabotage and consistency and showing up for yourself, you're not alone. My last video that I posted, I was talking about just that. And I wanted to write down a few bulletin points on self-sabotage. So the first one I put was avoiding action even when you deeply want an outcome. So if you know that you want change, but you're avoiding doing it, the outcome's never going to change. Procrastinating on things that matter the most to you. So an example for me, outside of my family and my kids, obviously, I have been procrastinating posting on YouTube. And this is my baby. This is who I am. This is my mirror. This is my channel. This is how I want to help and grow. And I know this is my purpose. So I have been self-sabotaging myself by procrastinating posting and showing up for myself. The next one I did is talking yourself out of opportunities before anyone else can. If you have something, an opportunity, and you don't think you're ready, you don't think you're good enough, you think that somebody else can do it better than you, that is your way of talking yourself out of showing up in your highest, truest form. When you choose comfort over growth, even when comfort feels unfulfilling, is another way of self-sabotage. When you constantly show up as the old version of yourself because you know it's reliable, it's safe in a sense, but it's not doing you any good because you know it's not who you want to be, what you have planned in this life. So the next one that I have wrote down is creating logical reasons not to start. So timing, money, energy, fear of judgment. When you constantly try to logically self-sabotage yourself, that is the number one way, for me at least, that I shrink my dreams. I shrink my dreams so I don't risk disappointment. And to me, another way of self-sabotaging is staying busy with distractions instead of facing what you actually want. The next one I put is quitting when results aren't immediate. So for me, posting on YouTube, I knew coming into it that I wasn't going to get the followers or the comments or the likes or all of that jazz, especially in the beginning, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with all my followers coming to me at the right time, in the right moment, because I want to have genuine, authentic people supporting my channel, because I want that for you. The next one that I put is downplaying your gifts or telling yourself you're not ready yet. That kind of goes back to the logical side of things, at least for me, by saying, oh, I don't have any energy, I will be better tomorrow, I will show up for myself better, or I won't lack this in a couple days. And it's just excuse after excuse after excuse. The next one that I have is comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. So for me, in that way, it's seeing other people start a YouTube page and see that they're talking about the same things I am, doing the same things I am in a sense, right? But they show up for themselves consistently. So I can be hard on myself and be like, this person has only this many videos and I have this many videos and we're talking about the same thing, But yet here she is growing and here I am stuck. So then I would catch myself thinking, I am comparing myself to someone else's middle. Just because she may have started out the same time as me, she's been consistent. She's been showing up for herself. So I tend to want to compare myself to people like me that are doing better for themselves. And then I get stuck with, I'm not good enough. I'm not doing this right. She's doing it better than me. But really, it's about energy. It's about consistency. It's about showing up for yourself and not self-sabotaging. The other one that I wrote down was identifying more with who you've been than who you're becoming. So for me, I identify as someone who is a mirror, who is a light, who has it all together, who is self-aware, who is healing, who is doing the work. But then I catch myself being human and messing up. I catch myself self-sabotaging. I catch myself not being consistent. I catch myself not doing what I need to do to embody who I truly am. So I catch myself falling back into my old ways and my old habits because it was easier just to do. It's safer in a way of, if I don't post, if I don't do, then, I might fail, or I will fail. But if you post and then you are looking for attention and you're waiting for validation and you're waiting for that perfect moment, and then you never post, that's self-sabotage. Another one that I put is confusing fear with intuition. So that's a big one. When you are scared to show up for yourself because you're scared to make a mistake, or if you're scared of backlash, if you are afraid that you will be judged, you're letting fear control you. Your intuition is not running the show at this point. That is your ego. And then the last one that I wrote down was protecting yourself from potential pain by also blocking potential success. So if you are struggling with self-sabotage, these few bulletin points that I wrote, I hope they help you. And I just want you to know that you're doing amazing. And I promise you that you can do this. You can get through this self-sabotage, this phase, this moment that you're experiencing. Whatever it may be, you've got this. And I love you.